communication systems, we discussed about the communication, what is communication and what are the basic modes of communication, means how do the communication will happen due to the what are the essential systems, essential things which is used to communicate with the another one, and also the mode of how the modes of communication, means point to point communication and broadcast mode, means point to many points. So that the basic essential things are in the communication systems are transmitter, transmission medium or channel, and receiver. These are the basic modes of basic blocks of communication system which are used to use essential things. Now we are going to discuss about what are the terms, basic terms which is used in electrical communication systems. Whenever the information is having by the source, means the source having the information, so that that information has to transfer from one place to the another place, some of the steps which can be followed by that. Means first of all the information must be converted into the for the suitable form to for the transmission. That means here the some of the terms, basic terminology used in the electrical communication systems, electronic communication systems. So those are the first one is transducer, signal, noise, transmitter, receiver, attenuation, amplification, range, bandwidth, modulation, demodulation, and the last one is a repeater. This is the basic terminology which is used in electronic communication systems. Here the what is meant by these terms, why the terms are used for the communication system. The first one is transducer. What is meant by the transducer? Transducer is nothing but it's a device which converts one form of energy into the another form of energy to transfer the information. The information is transferred, means it is converts one form of energy into another form. Like for example, while I am speaking, the speaking can't reach to you directly because of due to the transmission problem. So by using this microphone, this can convert my speech signals into the electrical energy, means it converts the energy, means speech signals while I am talking, while I am teaching, the speech signals are transferred as electrical energy through the microphone. So this microphone can be called as a transducer that converts one form of energy into another form of energy. That means to say transducer. Transducer plays the main key role to convert the information into the suitable form, so that that form is a signal. The transducer converts one form of energy into the another form of energy that converts into that signals. That signals are which is the information. The signals means the information which is converted into electrical form that is suitable for transmission. It's a converted information converted into suitable form to transmission for the transmission. For the what is the transmission, then means here the signal is two type of signals can be done. That is we will use that two types of signals are, first one is analog signals and the second one is digital signals. The first one is analog signals, then second one is digital signals. Means the information is converted into the analog, means according to the voltage or current. The voltage or current analog signal is which the voltage and current varies with the time, like if in case of like a sinusoidal, that is if in case current with it is like this, means here the time varying with the current or voltage. We are taking the current whenever taking this is plus E naught, this is the maximum value of the current. This maximum value of current is called as amplitude. The maximum value of current is called amplitude. This is negative side and this is positive side. So this means to say analog signal which is the voltage or current continuously varies with time. That is called as analog signal. If in case of if the current it is having the signals are having that variation of frequency or amplitude with them. Their own the signals are having their own frequency or amplitude, frequency and amplitude. So that's why here it is represented with we know that everything about the signals in earlier videos also we discussed about that. That is it is represented by the wave equation, that is nu is equal to nu m sin of omega t plus pi. It is in the form of space signals are converted. This is the equation for the transmission wave by the analog signals. In this case the frequency and amplitude have their own nature. The signals having their own nature and frequency and amplitude. About the analog signals means the information is suitable to transmit, that is converted into transmit. The information is transmitted into the suitable form for the transmission is called a signal. That is two type of signals, analogs and digital signals. Analog signals means when the signal is the voltage or current varies continuously with the time, and the signals are having the own nature and frequency and amplitude. So that this is the wave equation. Then whenever the angular frequency taken, omega is equal to 2 pi by t, which is having the different time period, it is having continuously varying with the time. So that is about analog signals. If in case of the digital signals, nowadays widely using the digital signals, that are in the digital signals we will use only the binary codes. That is binary codes are 0 and 1. This is having the two discrete values only for the transmission of the signal, two discrete values only in the digital signal, that is 0, 1. So 0 is considered as a no, 1 is considered as a yes, or 0 is for the closed circuit and 1 for the open circuit. 0 for the closed circuit and 1 for the open circuit. 0 for the closed circuit and 1 for the open circuit. So here whenever we are taking the binary digits, these two 0, 1 is called as bits. 0, 1 is called as bits. This is about digital signals. Nowadays we are using this mostly example for the digital signals are letters printed in a book, and as well as the listing of any data. And also output of a digital computer. By using these bits, that binary codes, that is a digital signal. Means the information is converted into the sum of the binary codes by using the sum of the binary codes. The next one is a noise. Noise means this is unwanted signal, that is unwanted signal. Noise means the unwanted signal is called noise. Whenever the information is transmitted or modulated through whenever it is used to transmit by the carrier wave, high frequency carrier wave, then some of the noise can be heard due to the medium. Whenever the medium is transmitted, information is transmitted through the medium, that medium can be distorts or reflects or refracts the info signal. So that's why some of the unnecessary unwanted signal can be added to that information. So that is the unwanted signal is called as a noise. Unwanted signal is a noise. The unwanted signal is called as a noise. Then the transmitter, already we discussed about the transmitter. The information which is suitable for the transmission, the transmitter will connect that. The transmitter will convert that information by the modulation. But by the modulation, the transmitter converts the information into the suitable form of transmission, suitable form for the transmission. Then transmitted through the that will sent through the transmission channel and the transmission medium or channel, then the information is the transmitter is the most important part in the communication system, that will convert the information into the suitable form for the transmission and the transmit into the receiver through the transmission channel or transmitting medium or channel. So that, and another one is a receiver. The information sent by the transmitter, it is demodulated or decoded by the extracted the information by the receiver, and it is sent to that output information. Output information for the information user. That is a function of a receiver. In that case, the receiver terminology is used. Then next one is attenuation. What is meant by the attenuation? Whenever the information signal is sent through the transmitting through the channel or medium, the signal, some of the signal strength will be lost. Some of the signal strength will be lost due to the medium. So that loss of signal is called as attenuation. The loss of signal is called as attenuation. Means the loss of strength of signal here. The loss of, whenever the loss of strength of signal is lost by the due propagating through the medium, and it occurs because of the medium distorts reflects, as we know that whenever the noise is coming, because of the loss of the strength of signal, the another unwanted signal is joined for the information. So that's why the strength of the signal will be losses. So that the medium distorts and at the same time reflects. So that's why that attenuation will be occurs. So the next one is amplification. Amplification means due to the attenuation, we know that the loss of strength of signal is called as attenuation. Due to that unwanted signal is added to the carrier wave. Means whenever the information passes, means sent through the carrier wave, sent by the carrier wave, the loss of to reduce the attenuation means to reduce the loss of strength of the signal, we should amplify the signal by using the amplifier, the device which is using the amplifier. The amplification means the process of increasing the strength of a signal. The process of increasing the strength of a signal is called as amplification. That is done by the device which is called amplifier. By using the amplifier, we can reduce the strength of, we can reduce the loss of strength of signal, and we can increase the signal strength. So that we can see that some of the amplifiers are placed in the, whenever we are transmitting the electricity, we can see the some of the small transformers at the poles in some places. Because of that will increase the strength of the signal, whatever the voltage or current problems are there, that will increase or decrease the strength of, we set the problem, means increase the strength of that signal. So that here we can say that the amplification, nowadays we are using mostly while using mobile phones to reduce that, sometimes we can hear that we cannot connect to the network because of the loss of the signal, because of the near the tower we don't have anywhere in the tower. So that's why to strengthen that, most of the towers are placed in the some of the places to increase the strength of the signals. In that case, the towers can be used as amplifiers. Those are the signal increase the strength of the signal. So that is about amplification. Range means the distance between the transmitter to the receiver. The transmitter to the receiver, distance between transmitter to the transmitter to receiver. Transmitter to receiver is called as a range. Whenever the range is more, we need more amplifiers to increase the strength of the signal. Because of the, whenever the range is more, then we should send the signals directly, because of our speech or whatever the signals are there which is having the low frequency. That low frequency signal cannot transmit directly, so that we should amplify the signals if the range is more. Then the bandwidth means the strength of the frequency of the signals is considered as bandwidth. Means whenever the frequency is more, then that bandwidth is also considered as more, because of, if the bandwidth is more of the signals, then that can be reached clearly, that the signal can reach the receiver clearly. So that is called bandwidth. And modulation means if we cannot, our audio signals and whatever the signals we are sending, that having the low frequency to transmit, that cannot reach for the wide range, so that to transmit that low frequency signals that is superimposed with the high frequency waves are called carrier waves. High frequency waves are called carrier waves. That is by combining the low audio frequency signals with the high frequency carrier wave is called modulation. Low frequency audio signals with the high frequency carrier wave is called as a modulation. So that due to the modulation, by modulating the signal, then only the transmitter can send the information through the transmitting medium or channel to the receiver. And whenever the receiver receives the information, the modulated information, and that receiver demodulate the information, extracting that information, and that sent to the output, sent as a output. Like if I am, this will be the transducer, it will convert the energy into the speech, my speech signals into the electrical energy, and send to the information to the output as some of the modulated signal to the receiver. Whenever we open this video, then you can see the audio clearly or video clearly, means that your mobile has demodulated the modulated signal by my mobile. So that here we can say that the modulated signal is sent through the transmitter, and the received modulated signal is demodulated by the receiver. And that next one is a repeater. The repeater is which is continuously doing that process, and information is sent by the transmitter to the channel and to the receiver. That process can be done repeatedly, so that repeater can be used as a times, means while used in this, to information is continuously repeating, continuously repeat, that the repeater is used. These are the basic terminology used in electronic communication system. Those are a transducer, which converts the energy into one form of energy into the another form of energy. Signal means the suitable, that can be information is converted into the suitable form to transmit, that is a signal. In that signal, two types of signals are there: analog signal and digital signal. In analog signal, the voltage or current where continuously varies with the time, like in sinusoidally. And in digital signal, there is having the only two discrete values to change the transmitter, that is binary digits 0 or 1. 0 is considered as for the closed circuit, and 1 is for the open circuit. 0 means no, 1 means yes, we can say that. 0 means space, or 1 means mark, we can tell it about the why we will use the in communication systems. The next one is the noise. It is unwanted signal while the transmitting the signal. The unwanted signal joined due to the medium, that is a noise. And the next one is a transmitter, which converts, which send the signal to the receiver by modulated signal, which is sent by the transmitter. And receiver is the received modulated signal is extracted and demodulated and sent to the as output by the receiver. Attenuation means the loss of the strength of the signal is called as attenuation. And amplification means to increase the strength of a signal is considered as the process is called as amplification. The device which is used to increase the strength of a signal is a amplifier. The range means the distance between the transmitter to the receiver is called a range. If the range is more, we need more amplifiers. And the bandwidth, this says about the signal, if the signal frequency is more, the bandwidth is considered as more. Then the modulation, the information is converted. The information is converted for the suitable form to transmit, means whenever the transmitter is some of the high frequency carrier wave is added to the low frequency audio signal is called as a modulation. The process of combining the low frequency signal to the high frequency carrier wave is called modulation. That modulated signal is transmitted by the transmitter, and that modulated signal received by the receiver, and that is demodulated. Means the information is extracted, means demodulated and sent as output, it will show as output. And the repeater means this process is continuously repeated for this, so the repeater is important. So these are the basic terminology which is used in the electronic communication systems.